Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
It's Jujutsu Kaisen time. Always.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
looking forward to Jujutsu Kaisen, except in season 1. I was not looking forward to that. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. We're far way past that. Today,
True.
What happened last time? Okay, so last time we had Higuruma conversations.
The beginning.
Yes.
Yes.
The beginning of the showdown. They're finally meeting. What's your prediction? Are they going to have a full-on fight? Or, because like Itadori just got hit with the domain expansion. Itadori does not have his own domain. So he's getting hit.
Yes. Right? It all depends on like what does this do, right? Like we kind of speculated, does it judge the moral standing of Itadori, right? And like from whose perspective is that? Is there like, does jujutsu sorcery have like an objective moral law?
Right.
Or is it that and it then gets applied to Itadori? Or is it from Higuruma? Higuruma, yes. From his perspective, right? But then it's like, well, he doesn't really know Itadori, so like, how could he judge Itadori properly? He doesn't know him at all. So I wonder how that's going to go. And maybe it's not even like a judging thing.
Must be,
I don't know. It's got to be judging, but
it's likely judging because it's got scales and stuff. But you're just through your kind of positing here. I think it has to be that it is magical, knowing of Itadori, because like how could he couldn't judge anyone then? Like he wouldn't be able to really judge anyone. And then what would be kind of the point of the judging if like, he's making the judgments? And the thing that Higuruma likes, remember, we got to remember this is at the core, is he likes the laws of nature just being exacted on someone based off like
from the games.
The games, right? So like that concept he already likes. So he probably is just like, I'll use this thing, it'll judge people who are good and who are bad, and then people will just have to take the punishment. The domain ensures that it gets exacted onto the person, and that's exactly the way it should be. So, and my prediction then is, with that in mind, now that we've come full circle, is I think that like it's going to judge Itadori as a generally good enough person. Maybe you take like damage. Actually, okay, now I'm thinking about this. Maybe you take damage based on like how bad you are. So he's going to take like some damage because he's not a perfect person. But he'll take some damage and he'll lethal. Like, yeah, it won't be lethal. Or maybe it judges Sukuna.
Oh, I was just about to say that. I'm glad you mentioned it. Yeah.
Oh, frick. I didn't even think about that until just now. And then he'd be really in trouble because Sukuna's the most evil motherfucker to exist.
Yeah. Yeah. But okay, if it judges Sukuna, because it can detect Sukuna's soul, it must also be able to detect Itadori's soul.
Will it weigh them both? I mean, but Sukuna's way more evil than Itadori is
good. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Imagine if somehow this is like far-fetched, and I don't think this is likely, but what if it like short circuits the domain thing because it's like, I don't know how to enact punishment on a single body when there's like two different souls that deserve different punishments, and it's just like fizzles away or something, right?
Yeah, can't cast judgment.
I wonder.
Oh, man, this is going to be so interesting. So do you think, okay, so this, again, I want to singulate on this one question. Do you think we're getting like a full fight, or do you think everything hinges on this judgment aspect?
We get so many really cool fights in Jujutsu Kaisen that I would like to see non-combat resolution or something. Not because I don't like the combat, but because it'd be new.
Yeah.
And this is like a perfect opportunity for it. Judging someone's, moral character.
Right. I was literally about to say that. I was like, this is the perfect chance. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
True. Okay. Well, George, we got to start the episode and we've got to light up your room a little bit.
You're right. All right. Thank you. I totally forgot.
So let's get right to that.
With the magic of editing. Yes. All right. We'll be right back.
Oh boy. I'm
Deadly
so excited.
sentencing.
No way.
No.
He already got caught,
managed to pull. Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Oh, because it's a
No
courtroom.
way.
For both of
For
us?
both of us.
That's the rules. Okay, okay. It is a judgment. And it knows Itadori. The Magi Vegas?
Vegas.
Pachinko parlor. It is! It's literally... He was underage?
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's hilarious.
Okay,
Yo,
it
this
does.
is so cool.
Just magically able to know everything.
Oh, this is so... Bro, once again, I just freaking really love the whole jujutsu freaking... Okay, no one can attack in here, but it has to apply to both of us to make it fair. It knows everything about you and it will judge you, but I'm not going to know anything because it's personal information. I'm not going to know. I'm just here to facilitate. Oh, this is just... I love it. It's so fun, dude. Oh my gosh!
Come on, Itadori. Use your brain, bro.
Oh,
I know this is
boy.
your weakness, but still. Oh.
Wait, what?
No way. Dang.
Oh,
Okay, what?
hold on. You'll lose if you go out of bounds. Same if anything but your souls touch the ground. Seriously? That was the common function of domains in the past. So the common function of domains
It was
in
like
the past
a win. It
was
wasn't necessarily
guaranteed
to
hit.
kill. Yes. Yeah, well, yeah, guaranteed hit, but yes. Okay. Interesting. So killing has become a more modern thing.
Right. So like,
Okay,
for
interesting.
example, Jogo's domain made it so like he hit you with this frickin' flaming rock thing and like it was just like that would kill basically fricking anyone who got
Yes.
hit, right? That was the whole point. So they like domains skewed more and more to be like, well, if I'm going to get the guarantee hit, then like I might as well kill you too, right? So domains have kind of evolved to be like that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That it's like it hasn't necessarily, I don't see this as like a evolution of Jujutsu Kaisen sorcery in like the natural way. It's almost as it's been like coaxed by the sorcerers themselves to become more and more deadly. And so then generally overall it like moved, but it wasn't like by itself it would have started to skew this way. That's how I'm interpreting it. Maybe I'm wrong, but
So interesting.
that's cool. No way, the 6 codes of Japanese law? Is that what it is?
I think so.
Oh, frick. Look at the guillotines, man. Think.
Yeah.
Think what will happen.
Yeah, but he's got evidence. Yeah, you don't know what he's got in evidence, though.
Oh, jeez.
Just tell the truth. Even one some?
Even want some? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he entered, but maybe didn't. So yeah, he could have like. There's no evidence of him entering, so he's clear if he lies. There's evidence of him entering, but not necessarily gambling. So he could say, "Oh, I went and used the bathroom." Okay, I think I'm following it. If the evidence proves that not only I entered, but I also played the games. Okay.
Okay, telling the truth?
Okay. My guess is this is the absolute truth. However,
But then he also played some video
he then
games.
went and gambled.
Yes.
Yep. I think.
Oh
yep.
boy.
Oh no. Dang, so it's like real evidence
Oh, it's a picture.
of a cash exchange.
No!
Oh no, that's not good, bro. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, Itadori,
boy.
what have you done? Wait, is the punishment not going to be that bad?
Yeah, is it criminal? Yeah, that's not that bad.
Okay.
Oh,
Listen, he's a fair, honest guy, and he just wants the freaking justice done. He's gonna let Itadori go either with like a light sentence or like almost nothing at all, right?
true. Yeah.
Like he just wants justice. He's not here to fucking murder people. He's just here to sentence people. Oh, frag.
It just like knocks the air, kind of. That's
Yes.
cool.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Confiscation.
Of
that
what?
mean? Oh, what the frick? What the frick?
Confiscation of what? Oh, that's cool. Oh, it like grows. What? Oh, what was?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he is
so
tough.
cool. That's the one thing I'm going for me. Oh, poor Itadori. It got confiscated. His control of cursed energy got confiscated.
Way.
Oh no.
He's just an earnest guy.
Yeah,
Like, good
I
for him.
like him a lot.
No way.
What?
Really?
So he's even
He's
better
even-
than he was as a
Yeah.
lawyer.
No way.
What?
He is a genius, dude.
Please don't die. I really hope he won't die, to be honest.
Bro,
What?
that's crazy.
Bro, he's so cool. I really want him to not get killed by frickin' Itadori or something.
He's like crawling. Dude, he can extend not just the size of the hammer part, but the handle too?
He can throw multiple? What the
I
fuck?
guess. Can he make all those grow? Oh, may not. May not
Holy
yet.
Frick, bro. He's so cool, dude. Ooh. But because he doesn't use a technique.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. It kind of worked out.
Yeah. But why? Why fight Higuruma? I don't understand.
He
I
doesn't
guess
want to
just-
end the games.
Yeah, he doesn't want to end the game, I guess. This sucks. He's so cool. Oh, jeez.
He can do that too?
I
Bro,
guess.
this hammer's like insane.
I know. Oh,
Or
no.
gavel, but...
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's a cool use of it.
Yup. Oh!
Jeez, dude. He just took the brunt of that. Oh, yeah. How long is this for?
I don't know. What could it be?
Yeah, what could
You
it
gotta
be?
get out of the courtroom, maybe?
Is he gonna figure something out? Oh, a retrial?
No way!
No way!
You can ask for a retrial, holy frick!
Bro! Smart, dude. I would not have thought of that at all. No!
Oh, this was a mistake.
No!
This was a mistake.
No way.
He's gonna admit. Oh no, Itadori.
Oh.
Oh
Oh,
my
jeez.
gosh.
Uh-oh.
No.
What is the death penalty? Executioner's sword.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Jeez,
Holy
dude.
frick.
Instantly
No
dies?
Oh no.
Bro. Yeah. Dang, dude. He was already feeling some of this even back then. Ah, he knows about
Not
Sukuna.
You didn't kill them. No, dude, this is so sad. Holy frick. Ah! Oh!
No way!
Why did it go?
He let it go.
He couldn't do it?
He couldn't do it. No way! That's... Dude!
Oh, what?
He knew! He knew!
Why did it take
Let's
so long?
freaking go, dude!
Why did it take so long to get to the verdict? What the frick? It's not.
Wow. Bro, this is healing that Higuruma needed, dude. Wow.
Bro, yes. Let's freaking go, dude. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. I'll give you my 100 points. Dude.
I'm so pleased right now. Oh, man, I was so worried. Oh, dude.
Dang. Okay, there's gotta be...
There is. Holy
something.
frick.
Okay.
It felt awful. So he didn't... Higuruma has now confirmed he did not relish in killing the people that he has killed in this freaking tournament.
Yeah. Or,
Bro.
yes, yeah.
He's alive. I was so afraid that Higuruma was going to be like, throw himself away first or something for some reason. It's just, I'm so fucking glad that didn't happen. Oh my gosh, I was so afraid. Oh, I like Higuruma a lot. He's one of my favorites already.
He's really cool. He's really cool. He's got a good compass. He didn't go all the way over the edge like Geto did. They were almost presented with very, very similar freaking choices, right? Because they just saw continually, time after time, the ugliness of humanity and the dark side of it.
True.
And I feel like Higuruma was on that track. He was on that train track. But Itadori was like the whatever it's called where it turns.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
He was just like, frick, there are good people out there, so it's not worth going on this track because people like you exist. Holy frick, man. I didn't even realize that parallel to Geto. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. And you know what sucks, actually, to bring the parallel even more so? Geto had that person in front of him. It was Gojo.
Yeah.
And he still chose to follow the path. He said, even though Gojo is here and Gojo won't stray from that path, it's not worth it. He's only one guy. And what can one guy do? Even if he's the strongest Gojo, maybe he could do everything. Even though that's the case, I'm still going to choose this path.
I think with Geto, it was also the combination of his technique. Like, he really hated the taste of the curses. Yeah. And I think that added, like, an additional weight. So when he was already down, like, Higuruma, he's down, and now he has, like, a feeling that he can directly do something about it. I can enact righteous judgment. Whereas, like, Geto's, like, he's feeling down, and then he's just like, bro, and on top of this, because of all this evil that these people are creating, I have to continually eat more and more of these like curses. And so like I think it was Geto had it rough, dude. He had it rough. That's true. Again, I don't condone his decision, right? And doesn't like it's tough. Yeah, it doesn't excuse him, and it's tough to like I don't know, dude. Like, just to see the ugly side of society continually, like, how do you not snap, right? Like, maybe I would. I don't know. I'd like to think I wouldn't. Sure. But, yeah. So, like, I do sympathize with him for that. But still, like, I do think he had it a little bit more tough. Again, you shouldn't do that. But, yeah, it's crazy.
For sure. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man, I'm so happy with the outcome of this. This was freaking awesome. All right, there's an after credits scene, it looks like, so let's check that out.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
between each other.
Way, dude.
Approved. It's
there
done.
it is.
The killing can stop right now.
Yeah.
One of my points, Itadori.
Wow.
It's over. It's freaking over.
Uh-oh.
Wow. How on brand. How on brand, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, he's going.
Dang.
This sucks, dude.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
He did it. They did it. They have that one additional rule made.
Yeah, so they need one more rule, do they not? To get people out.
Yes.
To let them pay to get out, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Let them pay to get out.
Interesting.
Okay.
So the killing can now stop. This true stalemate has really begun now because people can bounce points back and forth. And I can't believe it's happened so quick. I wasn't sure it would come this fast, but here we are. But man, Higuruma is left and he's going to turn himself in. Dude, he's such a freaking nice guy and a good guy that he's like, I killed those guys and they didn't really deserve it. And I'm guilty. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Frick, bro.
So the fact that he got points from killing them implies that their techniques had also awakened.
No,
right?
Because I think it's sorcerers are 5 points. Remember, non-sorcerers are 1 point.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so he killed him right away. He's just like, you're freaking toast. Yeah. That does make me wonder though, like, didn't they have an option to leave though? So like, how did they get killed in the game? Did they choose to stay? Like, that seems weird. But he killed them in the courtroom. Point. So like, did the game start at the exact moment that he killed them? Or like, what is the deal exactly? I'm not sure like how the timing all lines up. Like, wouldn't they, I thought everyone had the opportunity to leave. That was like kind of the whole, one of the things that made this work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, they must have chosen to stay.
I guess.
It must have been like, bro, what is this? No, I'm not leaving. I want to see what this is. And then they died. Got wrecked.
They got freaking wrecked, yeah. I guess it must be. It must be that, I guess. And Higuruma found him, and he's just like, "What's up, boys? You're freaking cooked."
Pretty much. So you chose to stay, huh?
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, because like it sounds like he didn't use his technique on him. It sounds like he just killed him in cold blood, and that's why he's like, "I'm guilty."
Probably.
Bro. I'm guilty of murder, and I'm gonna turn myself in, bro. Higuruma. It's like the problem with Higuruma and liking him is just like, I don't want you to go to jail, but at the same time, what I like about you so much is the fact that you would actually turn yourself in and go to jail. Yes. That sucks.
Yeah. It wouldn't be Higuruma if he didn't uphold the law.
Yeah, right? Dude. So. Frick.
Yeah. It's very interesting to me, going back to our conversation at the beginning, was like, is there some sort of like moral standard that Jujutsu sorcery, the powers, however that comes to be, right, that like is able to objectively judge people on? But it's able to determine, guilt and all that stuff, and it provides a way in which he can, plead his case and all that stuff. But the judgment came from not some objective standard outside of humanity, but from the penal codes within Japan themselves.
True.
Right? That Higuruma was upholding. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something very interesting that's the route they chose to do it. Maybe I'm overthinking it, right? Maybe this is just like, the way it works this way is because the author's like, oh, this is cool. And so he just like, decided to do the awesome thing, and that's how he thought it up, right?
Well,
but like I would think that like if there was some objective standard, that it would have come in play now. And so this implies to me that there isn't. It's not like that. What's the word I'm looking for? Not fundamental, right? But it's like it doesn't care about
intrinsic is what you're looking for.
These things. Yes, yeah. It doesn't care about these like
to the system. Yeah.
Well, not just that, but like that jujutsu sorcery isn't worried about what's good and what's bad. It's just a tool. It's just a tool, which is interesting.
It's just a tool that can be used in any way, evil or good.
Yes.
And it's not like that this system was crafted intrinsically to what jujutsu sorcery is, because it had to be created to a code, to the Japanese law code, right? And that's why, And you're right, that is exactly how it is. It's just, it's essentially like in some fantasy shows or mooks or whatever universes, like mana just kind of proliferates. And like you can use mana, it's a neutral force, and you can use it for whatever you want. The jujutsu force, right, the cursed energy, whatever it is per se, is like the fabric of reality in like the case of making a technique from nothing, essentially, is just like that mana that you pluck, and you're like, okay, I want to make it so it enacts these 6 laws of, Japanese law, and then it's like, okay, these are pretty intense to like put on someone. We need to have now recompense to kind of even the scales, so to speak, of making it like you can enact these, but like what's the restrictions you'll put on yourself though if you're going to enact this on someone else, right? So like if the extreme example of that is like, I want to just enact instant death, unavoidable, there's nothing that can be done. It's like, okay, well, if that's the extreme of the extreme, the other half must be that you also instantly die too. Like that's the technique, is like if you're going to make someone else instantly die with no way to get around it whatsoever, then it must be that the equal is it's going to happen to you then, because that's the only way to balance out something.
Or it's like it's a coin flip, right? It's like you both have become candidates to die.
That's
and it's
a great
flip.
one.
Does it apply to you or does it apply to him? We have no idea.
It's a 50-50 odds.
Literally random, 50-50.
It's just totally random. That's a great, great alternative. Yep, 100%. So that's the thing that makes, I mean, we've said this before, that's what makes Jujutsu such a great series, is because like, intrinsically we all kind of feel like, yeah, that makes sense. Like you don't, like you look at like the Flash and you're like, the Flash has this crazy power, but like he's got weaknesses because he has to have weaknesses. That's just like how it goes. Like he can't just be everything. He can't be super strong in this and this and this and this and this and this, right?
Yeah.
Even Superman, the like strongest of all, fictional heroes, he has to have some limitations to make it, reasonable for people to palate.
If he just solves everything instantly, then it's not a story. Like, it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
he waves a magic wand, basically, if he's like that. Yeah.
So building in like fictional storytelling kind of guidelines and rules as a like in-universe fucking thing is just super fucking smart.
It's genius.
Great.
Yeah. It's genius.
So
yeah, and like to the morality thing, right? Like the more I think about it, like, it is more akin to mana, because we got like beings like Sukuna who are able to use it for like all this like evil and stuff like that. It's presented in a much more, these are the good guys, these are the bad guys, the curses are bad, and we have good guys who are here to take care of the curses. And so it almost like, it doesn't give the impression, that's like too strong, but like in my mind I kind of built it up of like, jujutsu forces are not that they're good, because that's what makes the curses, right? But there's like a moral framework kind of built in, not like strong moral framework, not as strong as like human laws, right? But there's like something there. But no, it's really just true neutral, and that's it. That's it. Just it's a force of nature, like gravity. Gravity doesn't care if you use it to like, hold the planet together, or it's what causes somebody to fall off a cliff and die, right? It's just applies neutrally.
It kind of like makes the whole thing more real. It just makes it so much more believable, because it's like, it's just a neutral force that has a yin and a yang to it. It's like, like you said, it's like gravity. It just feels so much like it could be like a real thing right now that we could actually have in reality.
We just don't know, right?
And it would just be like,
we don't have it strong enough.
But it's just like, we could believe that could be a real thing. It's just like, you know what? Actually, like this could be a real thing in reality. And we would all just be like, yeah, that makes sense. Actually, like it's a neutral force. and it's got a yin yang balance to it and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just such a cool concept. I'll never get over how freaking cool it is and such a great aspect to the show. So
yeah, having to have like, a give and take makes it way better.
Makes it
so then nothing's OP, and it makes me wonder. Sorry, I know you're gonna jump in here real quick, but it makes me wonder. Okay, Sukuna is so insanely strong, right? Is there any downside to his power? Like, did he just naturally just become this strong and that's like how strong he is? Or did he have to make some concessions along the way to kind of jump up to the next level of strength, right?
Right.
Like makes me wonder how he's so strong.
Is Sukuna trying to overcome the technique rules, right? The laws of jujutsu sorcery. Is that what he's trying to do? Maybe that is this whole plan, right? He's just trying to overcome the barrier to have all the advantages and none of the disadvantages. He saw the limit.
Yeah.
Like, because cursed energy kind of is like the kind of advantage, right? Like you could have, if you had no technique like Itadori and it's only all focused on cursed energy, you don't have to do a advantage disadvantage anymore, right? You can just do advantages through cursed technique or through cursed energy. So like if Sukuna's whole thing is, I guess he's got a technique of cutting, and we don't know exactly what the like do we know what the drawback is? Maybe we do. Maybe he talked about it and to frickin' Mr. Ongabonga. But we know that like his technique is cutting. However, when Jogo asked him about the fire, didn't he say that the fire wasn't
it was just like
his technique?
A freaking arrow. Yeah, it wasn't his technique. It wasn't fire. Or maybe it was like cutting, wasn't it? It was one of those two. Either cutting or not.
So like does he have so much cursed energy that he's able to create techniques? And because these techniques are based on cursed energy, are they outside of the yin yang of like balance that must be maintained? And if so, is he trying to amass more cursed energy so that he can get to a point where like techniques are just like a thing that are going to hold you back? Really, it's all about cursed energy. Or is he trying to break the technique ceiling of not needing, maybe cursed energy has that infinite like doesn't have any drawbacks. However, it only goes so high, right? Like you can only progress it so fast, or it has a ceiling, or one person can only have so much. And so then he's like, okay, well, that's the wall there. What I need to do is I need to figure out how to break the ceiling on techniques. And then that's where truly things will go crazy. Because in theory, if you could make techniques with only advantages and none of the disadvantages that you have to have, I mean, you'd be invincible. You'd be unstoppable. Would you not? Like especially if cursed energy only goes so high or can only advance so quickly, right?
Yeah, like what's Gojo's? Like, does he have disadvantages in any way?
That's a great frickin' question. He must. I mean, it must be. But maybe that's one of the great things about that technique is like the disadvantage is like it's there, but it's irrelevant to how strong the technique is. Right? Like maybe that's possible, right? Maybe it's just like you can have a technique that's really good. And so like we're looking this at like a push-pull, like one pull in one direction has to have like an opposite thing to make it balanced. But maybe like Gojo's is like, yes, it has that push, but the pull is like kind of irrelevant to the whole operation, right? Like maybe it's like, maybe it's just like having the technique on uses a lot of energy. But because he's got the eyes, he's able to use it efficiently.
He's able to generate his own cursed energy. Yeah.
Well, no. Maybe that. But I think the eyes don't the eyes let him analyze techniques and understand how they work? Isn't that how it functions? Can't remember exactly what the eyes do, but if I remember correctly, then he'd be able to analyze his own technique and understand it perfectly, and then that would be why he's able to use his technique so efficiently.
Yeah, there's so many details that it's like hard to keep everything in my head at all times. But I know that in season 2, in the beginning of season 2, he had to have his like infinity thing on manually.
Yes, right? He had to turn it on and off because
Yes. And it used up cursed energy, right?
Right.
And how is it that he managed to have it on indefinitely. And isn't it like he managed to figure out how to create reversed cursed energy, positive energy?
Right. When he died, or basically died, he figured out the reverse,
Yeah.
right? And then that
Yes.
that allowed him to figure out how to combine his colors to make purple, which basically became antimatter, essentially, right? So he figured that out. But like, there's something about the eyes that also like give him some level of advantage. And I think, and I could be wrong, but I think it's something to the effect of like understanding, you know, techniques.
Sure.
But maybe it didn't work on his. Maybe it didn't work on his technique, and so he did have to have that like near-death experience where he kind of had an epiphany about how his technique worked. Now he knows reverse and now purple and now how to efficiently use it. Maybe that's what the moment was. Maybe his eyes didn't work on himself, right? I'm not sure. That's speculation.
Maybe,
so.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so much, and there's so much like terminology. I get confused with like,
right,
you know, the terminology all the time.
Yeah.
And later, like, I don't watch every single one of our reactions, but sometimes I'll be watching it and be like, bro, did I really say that? This is what I meant. And like future George is like, anyways.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm editing, I'm just like, I'll see a thing that I say and I'm just like, do I just cut this? Like, it's so dumb. Like, it's so dumb. And now in retrospect to the end of the episode, it doesn't make sense. But I'm like, you know, sometimes if it's small enough and it's not really a highlight for YouTube, I'm just like, okay, well, I could justify cutting this, so I'll just cut it. And, you know,
Sure.
I look less stupid, so it is what it is. But sometimes it's just like, no, this is part of like this thing and it affects the rest of the episode. I got to leave it in. It makes me look like a freaking idiot. But that was the process, man. We went through the process and that's how it goes. So
we stumble forward.
That's right.
Into the answers, and sometimes we stumble forward into a freaking pit, and we're even more confused at the end than when we were at the beginning. And the comments, you guys correct us. Thank you.
Very helpful. Very helpful. Non-spoiler comments are very helpful.
But yeah, I
That's
do.
how it
Back
goes.
real quick. We should get to comments here real soon. But back to what you were saying about like what Sukuna's greater goal might be, is like the reason I asked about Gojo, like what is the drawback, right? Because I agree, there seems to be just an innate built-in system with Jujutsu magic. I'll just call it that, where it's, you know, a yin and yang. You got to have your positives and your negatives, and they can't really outweigh the other too much, because then it just stops being what Jujutsu Kaisen is. And so that's why I was wondering, like, okay, well, keeping with that theme, even if like techniques or domains or whatever don't always apply to this one-to-one exactly, this theme permeates everything, right? And so that's my question behind the Sukuna thing. Is like, okay, maybe Sukuna doesn't have a drawback to his technique. Maybe Sukuna doesn't have a drawback to certain aspects of his use of Jujutsu magic. But if we want to apply this reoccurring theme to Sukuna, there's got to be something in there. And so as I was wondering, like, is there something even for Gojo? Maybe you get to a point where you like transcend, certain beings transcend this kind of thing, and there's no drawbacks to them. But maybe the drawback isn't that, like, it's how do I explain it? Maybe the drawback isn't a regular one here, like the domain of this domain expansion of Higuruma, where it's like you can talk your case, right? Like you're going to be given the opportunity to talk yourself out of the punishment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe the drawback is that they've transcended this type of bro, I'm rambling. I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say, but I'm saying it so poorly. Essentially, what I'm trying to get at is that they get to the point where they can't grow anymore.
Yes.
There isn't any drawback in the traditional drawback sense, but the drawback is that like they're now so strong that they've literally hit the cap. They can't get any stronger. He has limited his strength cap. And kind of how you were saying about the ceiling, maybe it's not even a technique ceiling. It's just they are at the pinnacle of Jujutsu Kaisen magic, and they can't go any forward anymore. And so maybe that's what the whole Culling Games is about. Maybe it's like a way to
Yeah, we've kind of speculated something very, very, very similar to that, basically.
Yeah.
Right? They're trying to evolve to the next freaking level. Humanity, sorcery, technique, curse energy, whatever the frick it is. They're trying to like push the next evolution. And they don't even know maybe if it even exists. They're just trying to see what happens.
True, maybe it's
what
a
it sounds
gamble.
like.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a gamble to see what happens. Yeah. Yeah,
well,
that's freaking crazy. That's and
hopefully my rambling made sense.
It makes mostly sense, yes, for sure. Yeah, well, George, looking stupid is just the pact that we have to having interesting conversations, right? In order to have these interesting and fun conversations, we have to be able to make stupid mistakes and say stupid stuff and misunderstand and forget. That's just the way it goes. That's a fact. So,
made the pact before we started the show, and now it's there. We can't
100%
can't get rid of it.
Nothing can be done. That's right.
All right. Well,
comment time. Alrighty, I got a bunch of comments today just because I'm feeling like it. I've got a comment from Soul Holders. I don't really post comments like this. We don't really post comments like this too often, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to appreciate the nice, kind comments. This comment says, great discussion as always. The conversation was so high level and analytical that I can't even give correction notes without just straight up spoiling what the answers to your questions are. 10 out of 10 understanding the story. Listen, Soul Holders, thank you so much for this freaking comment, okay? We freaking love comments like this. We don't highlight these very often because it'd be a little too self-congratulatory. But there were some really freaking nice comments on these last episodes. It's been so fun to have conversations. We're really glad that people also enjoy the conversations. So just out of pure freaking thanks for comments like this, I wanted to highlight this one. I actually have another comment because we're in the mood, I guess, today. From James Brook 9815. The refresh pull, though, fire emoji. Freaking so cool to see comments like this, too. Like, I remember watching, like, a Fern video that was 2 minutes out from its upload time, and I was like, oh, hell yeah, it's Fern. And then you see comments like that, like, oh, the refresh pull, oh, we're here. And now, like, I see this on, like, our video. I'm like, bro, that's so freaking nice. That's cool that people are enjoying our videos and stuff. So, just wanted to highlight those two. And, of course, we can't just gloat here about how great and nice people are in the comments. We got to bring ourselves back to earth, George. I got another comment and a reply from Macross Kangel. Marcos. Or not Macross. Or Marcos Kangeli. Something like that. It's very close.
We're butchering your name.
Absolutely. It's a fact. It's just a fact. This is Kashimo is in colony number 2, while Higuruma is in colony number 1. Now, this is basic information that we have been told, George. In fact, it's so basic. My final comment here is from Symmetry _. It was a reply that said, Hakari literally split with them to face Kashimo. These guys don't remember crap from 5 minutes ago and still make perfect theories. Listen. That's just how the Heavenly Pact frickin' works, okay? We have to be so frickin' stupid and remember just the most simple of things, but the theories are frickin' fire, hopefully, most of the time. And, you know, it is what it is. So, I don't know. It is what it is. Thank you for the humbling and for the nice comments to remind us about simple facts that we should know, though. So,
just like Jujutsu sorcery, we need the comments that lift us up and the comments that bring us to reality. We need them both at the same time.
100%.
That comment, your comment, Symmetry, reminds me of the whole thing of like show your work of like a math answer and like you show your work and the work is wrong, but somehow you get the right answer still.
What the frick? Yeah, true. That's a good freaking point.
That's the kind of thing makes me think of.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for your comments. Mine, I have a couple here as well. The first one is about Higuruma. It's also from you, Symmetry. And it says, to put things in a perspective, aside from Gojo, there's no one in the main cast that has used domain expansion. Young Ghetto and Gojo were special grades, and they couldn't perform domain expansion. We've only seen incomplete or simple domains or domain expansions by cursed spirits like Mahito. Higuruma had nothing to do with Jujutsu 12 days ago. Him saying domain expansion just like that is pure aura. Like that's a good point, man.
That was lost on us, I think, because we see all these big hitters doing domain expansions, and it's kind of lost on us how insane it is. Huh.
Yeah. And he's just freaking uses his strongest thing right off the bat, just like nothing. I mean, they kind of said it in the episode. Dude's a genius. He just picks up things, as well as they go. He freaking, because of his domain expansion, he was able to like analyze barriers. And because then he was able to analyze and understand barriers, he was able to understand like cursed energy and all this stuff. It's like, bro, who is this guy, man?
Who are you? I love Higuruma. He's so freaking sick, dude. Oh my gosh, he's amazing.
He's great.
He would be he would be a better Gojo if he had Gojo's powers than Gojo is of Gojo. Right?
Maybe.
He would be freaking crazy, bro. Imagine. He would be cracked.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He would. But my other two comments here about kind of a similar thing. I was debating whether to share these or not. And I was gonna see like, okay, do they address this episode or do they not? So I'm gonna read them here. The first one, because they didn't address it. The first one is from Huyin6784. I hope I said that right. But it says, strange how the anime didn't reveal the language that Kenjaku and the Round Table is speaking. Very minor manga spoiler, I guess. ... a bunch of dots, and it's Chinese. Speaking Chinese there. The other one is from Oldshus-WK7RQ. And it says, I don't think it would be considered a spoiler. From what I understand, there are currently strong political tensions between Japan and China, so Mappa may have made the final scene muted and less explicit to avoid potential controversy. However, in the manga, the characters were clearly speaking Chinese. Thank you for sharing your reaction. So, I saw these. I hope it's not a spoiler and they, held off to build tension and stuff and it was going to be revealed later. Maybe, but I don't know. I wanted to share it because it's very interesting.
Yeah.
And it kind of answers some of the stuff that we were speculating last time. Like, are these the counter higher-ups?
Right.
Yeah, are they the higher-ups just in a different place and all that stuff? But they're dudes gone over to China, which makes me think this is a counterfaction of the higher-ups. Right. And this is the very first instance that we're going international here.
True.
Like, we've talked about the effects that this whole thing's having in Japan and kind of more a little bit like the shows touch a little bit about what is happening throughout the rest of the world. But this is like the first hard encounter outside of Japan, right? And it just makes me think like, bro, what's going on with Jujutsu society and the rest of the freaking world, right? And it's just the like, we know that it's happening in the rest of the world, but just simply touching an international instance, like, makes it feel so much more real, at least to me. I don't know if you have that same feeling, but it's just like in my suspension of disbelief, I agree, okay, it's happening in the United States and Europe and South America, whatever. It's happening everywhere. But it's just like a thing that's there. It's as untouchable as Jujutsu sorcery itself. But now it's like, bro, these guys are from China and they're interacting with our big bad directly. Oh, like, boy. I don't know. Something about that makes it feel more real to me. And it's cool. I'm glad that they did this.
Yeah, I don't really have that same thing, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I think, for me, if it stayed in Japan the whole time, I would be like, okay. Like, I think maybe because I've watched so much anime based in Japan, and it's always just kind of like there. I can only think of, like, very few anime that are just, like, they went international because, like, it just makes sense that it was going international. But there's a lot of anime that's just, like, it's happening around the world, I guess, technically, but like it's really just all about Japan, so we're just going to kind of keep it here. So my suspension of disbelief is fine within that, but it is interesting. Yeah. Like, it does make me wonder exactly like what are these freaking guys over in China using Japan as this like horrible experiment ground, and now they're going to like actually drop bombs on Japan, like with the tensions being as they are. It would be kind of crazy to like be like, yeah, we're actually dropping bombs in Japan. They're like, we're put them all in frickin' these circle cages. Now we're gonna drop bombs on them. It's like, all right, maybe this is not the best fucking plot line to go about having right now. So I don't know, but the execution of that scene, I think, was improved because of the way they did it, though. So even if it was that reason, I think like it was a sick way of doing it. It made it extremely sinister and like confusing, but like
it
not
did
in
make
like
it extremely sinister. I will give you that.
In a good way.
Yeah.
So
I think part of it here is like going back to what I was saying about my suspension of disbelief. I think it makes it more real too, but maybe not for the same reasons that you do, which is that I don't know all about Japanese history, but if this is something that's like been happening and in the works for thousands of years, this dude's gone outside of Japan for sure. Like even in the like, what is it, like the 1900s, early 1900s, Japanese empire like extended into China and like a bunch of the islands and stuff like that. So
that's fair.
Right. So like, I don't know, what Japan was like 1,000 years ago, but I'm assuming that they had a lot of interactions with what is now modern day like Korea and
China, different places,
and like the Pacific and stuff like that. So it makes it like, dang, this really is 1,000-year-old plus plan in the making. And like, of course, there's gonna be some people that he interacted from China or whatever that's like, bro, we want in on this. Let's freaking do it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is strictly he needs funding somehow, and he found Chinese investors, whatever, that are willing to do this somehow. Okay, maybe it's like a more modern thing. But I would prefer, we'll see how it plays out, if like, this is just, it's so old that like modern day borders don't even really matter. It's just happening in Japan now because like, this is the main island that Kenjaku has dealt with. But like, this is international, bro. This goes all over the place.
Yeah, it's gonna. I wonder, and in that spirit, I wonder if things will continue to escalate on a international level more and more as we kind of go along in the story. Yeah, be very interesting.
Yeah, because like it also would make more sense that like if we're able to extend, like let's say the power level right now of the height of Jujutsu Society is like a ballistic missile. Right? Like it's the equivalent force of a ballistic missile. But the gamble to do this is to go all the way up to like a nuclear bomb. And we managed to get nuclear bomb level entities. Bro, like why control just Japan? Why not go everywhere? Right?
100%.
So
100%.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder then, like, is it world domination? Is that what the plan is here? Is it ultimate power? What exactly is going to the frickin' moon? Like, is there's something on the moon or something? You never know, right? With kind of this stuff, so it can go in any which direction. So,
I do hope I'm sure there'll be world domination because that's just like a
no doubt
tendency, I guess. But I hope it's a little bit more than just that. I hope there's like some more meat to their plan. And I'm sure there will be. But just gotta wait to find out, I guess. But thank you guys so much for your comments. Hopefully you enjoyed this reaction despite our poor explanations that we give so many times in our ramblings. Like, I know what I want to say, and I know you probably had this too. Like, I know what I want to say, but then I have to filter it through like the jargon of jujutsu stuff, right? Because if I say like technique, that means a very specific thing. If I say curse, it means another specific thing and stuff like that. But so that's what happens to me sometimes. I'm sure it happens to you sometimes too. Fair enough. But hopefully, despite our fumblings here, you guys enjoyed. If you want to see the other stuff we're watching 2 weeks ahead of time, check out the Patreon or the channel membership. Check out the playlists of the channel to see what else we've reacted to. But with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Here, buddy.
Take care.